Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to Szpakowo here, the My Life in Poland series. This is episode 11. Kind of thought we were further along than episode 11, but this is episode 11, and we have a barley harvest. Finally, ready to harvest this field. This is the field we put in way back when we first moved here to Poland, and it is time. The only thing we're missing though is a harvester. So we got to get a hold of Lek today and find out if he managed to find anything. So the last I talked to him was he had a line on, or he thought he had a line on a couple more inexpensive harvesters. If you remember, I think he had I don't remember what the brand was, but he had a harvester that was going to be a little bit more money than what we were looking for. So kind of hopeful that at the last minute here, he's going to come through for us. But I guess we'll see what happens. I'm wondering if in the last episode, had the contractors already come to take out the building, the little workshop and the greenhouse here, or is this new to you? Anyways, they've come and gone. So now I just need to decide what to do with the space here. I, on one hand, could put in a nice big open air garden. On the other hand, we could extend the field once we've harvested it and use the room for more crops. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to put in another building. I'll probably just treat this as my house and keep all my my work stuff over at the yard. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm kind of leaning towards an open air garden, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, so I do have a Lek actually set up this morning to put a number on this sprayer. We don't need it anymore. It was just sitting in the shed there, so we figured we might as well get some money out of it. So we're gonna go over to the store and see Lek and figure out what he can pay us for it. What a difference! I think I must have said this a million times playing Farming Simulator, but what a difference a couple seasons make. I remember driving through here in the winter time, first of all, where it was just deep snow and really tough to get through. We drove through here in the dead of spring. Where nothing was growing whatsoever. Now look at this. The corn is taller than us. In the episode today, we are definitely going to need to get the barley out of the ground. And then, we are cash crop farmers, so we're going to have to take a look at what the best plan of attack is for that barley once it's out of the ground. Likely, we're going to sell it, obviously, but just the question is when. So we'll have to take a look at what the market says. Before I can make a purchase. So, with Lek up here, he's either going to come through for us with a used harvester clutch last minute, or we're going to just buy a new one. And he has I can't remember the brand. Is it a Massey, I think, that we can buy. I think it's like 10 grand or 15 grand or something, super cheap. We already have the header for it, so that'll be our worst case. Best case is he comes up with an option for us, but we're going to give him a little bit of time this morning to do that while we sell off some stuff. All right, so we can do a little bit of work to this. Repair and repaint it. I should have checked to see what it was worth before I spent $800. Probably it was worth $2 grand, but we'll take $2,900 for it. Did I not pay $2 grand for this? So anyways, I'm not going to bug Lek yet. I'm going to wait to hear from him to see what he finds for us, if anything. Okay, so here's what we have to do. I've got so I have a pallet of lettuce that we're going to take down to our little market stand. It's back at the house, so we're going to need probably the Landini, I guess, because we'll need the forks. I have some apple juice that we need to get to the market stand there. And I can show you something I bought. So I did make a purchase while you guys were gone. Lek found anyways, I'll save it for you. You'll see it here soon. Let's just say it's a retired piece of airport equipment that we're gonna make some use of. So I'll just leave it at that, and then we'll see. Man, look at all the crops in here. So we got to sell some apples. We have to bring the lettuce down to the market. We have some silage that is now ready for sale, and the price is good right now. I don't think it's these bales. I think it's the bales that are down at the other yard. Yeah, these ones are not ready yet. But we have bales. Well, we have bales basically at both of our yards. The corner lot, and the one down by our apple orchard. So we'll just figure out. I know some of our bales are ready. I just gotta figure out which ones. Maybe they're the ones that are here on this trailer. Let's see what these bales say. Okay, yeah. So this is definitely ready. So this silage is good. So if we can get the Landini on that trailer. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's sell these bales off quickly. Then we'll go and grab the lettuce, hopefully, if we have the pallet forks, and then we'll head down to our little market yard there with the apple orchard, and we'll figure out if that silage is ready. Yeah, this does not pull this trailer very well. Yeah, look at the land. Man, there's just stuff going on in every field right now. This is fantastic. I gotta be careful not to run over anybody's crops, but this guy on the left here needs some work. This guy's got weeds like crazy. Actually, there's weeds everywhere. Look at that view. Alright, this yard is never easy to get into with this trailer, but I think we'll be able to... Yeah, you know what? We've just been getting good at it, I guess. So hopefully the extra money that we're putting together right now is needed. I don't mind spending a little bit more for a harvester if Lek comes up with something good. There you go, couple grand, $1,800 right there. Yeah, if Lek comes up with something good, we definitely will spend the money for it. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say it's a Massey that does the cheap combine, and I swear it's like 10 grand. Lek is the man. Maria's good at coming up with all that bulk stuff, man. I've made so many purchases at that store from this like clearance stuff or reshelving stuff that Maria has. Oh, there's a little laneway here. Gotta know these little shortcuts. So the other thing that'll be on the menu for today, and actually maybe we'll do this as soon as we get down to the yard here, but we're gonna have to make a payment to old Walter there. If you're unfamiliar with who Walter is the kind gentleman back in Great Britain that helped fund this entire move to Poland. It was his relative who had passed away, who he gave us the opportunity to purchase the land. He's the one that funded all the purchase. Like, he funded everything for us. The purchase of the land. He funded the equipment that we came here with, and basically, well, actually, sorry, I guess some of the equipment was ours, but he made all this happen for us from his generosity. Basically, he didn't give us anything, but he definitely made it easy for us to borrow. And if you're still unfamiliar, then go watch the Saving Uncle Pete series on Oak Bridge Farm, previously known as Comsden. Okay, do we see the pallet forks here? I'm not seeing them. All right, so oh, there's a partial bale here. This silage looks like it's ready to go too, so we'll have to load this silage up. Let's go check the grass field and see where we're at here. I think we're going to be stage 3 of 4. Yes, we are, so we're not quite ready to attack this field yet. Okay, let me show you what Lek came up with. This thing was about 8 grand. And I still need to find a little trailer for it. But check this little beast out. Yeah, so this came out of the airport, basically. It was like used for transporting baggage. So we're going to use this as our little apple cart. If I can get a little trailer behind it too, that'll really help. Now we have a beacon here, but it's kind of annoying, and I can only see that we would need that on a runway, not here. I mean, when we're close to the road, it's nice to put the 4-way flashers on anyways, but... So basically, I'm just going to use this to load up the apple juice as it's produced, and then we can come over here and sell it. So it's pretty close to high price time for apple juice, but we need to keep stocking our little market here, so I don't mind taking this here now. There we go. About 15 grand, I guess, all said and done. 14.5. That'll help when we figure out what we gotta buy for what we have to buy for a harvester. So, all right, we'll leave that there. This is continuing to produce. Oh yeah, the squeezers are going at full tilt. The automatic squeezers. That was a game changer once I turned this to automatic mode. Otherwise, I used to have to just sit in here and turn that. I'd have to have a friend over. So I guess the only thing I really need the pallet fork for would be to load the lettuce. So if we can somehow use these bale spikes to grab the pallet of lettuce, I guess we don't really have to worry. So for now, let's just get this silage sold. Then we'll see if we can actually kind of cheat the system a little bit. This Landini's good for, well, I mean, you can see right now we're sort of good for 2 bales, but it's not exactly designed for that. We're sort of a 1 bale max kind of thing if we want to be really fast here. So I think we'll just go with 1 bale. There's a lot of haying going on in my area where I really live, and so I'm seeing these farmers out in their fields right now with, you know, what looks like maybe 100 bales, and they're out there with a tractor and a loader and a trailer, and they're I've never seen one of the, like, you know, like the Anderson bale collectors or whatever. I've never seen one of those in real life. I'm assuming they exist. Obviously, they're in the game, but yeah, I've never seen one of those. But I watch these farmers must spend like an entire day out there loading bales and transporting them and then unloading them. No auto load in real life, which I've often thought would be funny to talk to a real farmer about stuff like that, about the stuff that's in the game. But yeah, it looks like a great way to spend a day, is just loading bales onto a trailer. I guess in the end, if you know you're making money and you don't have anything else pressing to do, why not? All right, that's the last bale here. Let's try to get this on with no drama. There you go. Let's make sure these things aren't going anywhere. Drop the death spikes, and let's... Oh, man, if we were slow before with only 4 bales, what's this going to be like? So, alright, what is it? Almost 9 o'clock in the morning. By the time we get these sold, or by the time we get to the sell point anyways, by the time we get these sold, and by the time we grab that lettuce pallet, it's probably going to be close to 10 o'clock. So that should have given Lek enough time to figure out if he's got a harvester for us or not. If he has not figured it out, then likely what we're going to do is just go and purchase that. I swear it's a Massey, but I'm probably going to be proven wrong when we go and make the purchase. But we'll go and buy that, and then we'll get harvesting. Yeah, it looks like barley we're going to be hanging on to for a little while. It's not until November, December that the price will be good. So that's okay. We have the space for it. We've got some silos that we were using for wood chips, but we could use that for the barley, which is good. Bag of trash over there. People just leave their trash everywhere. Yeah, that hill was killing us. Now we're going a little faster. All right, we'll drop these off to Jason. He can give us the cash, and then what do you think? Can we pick up a pallet with? If I can pick up 1 million logs with pallet forks, we should be able to pick up 1 pallet with bale spikes. 24, 3, 4, about $4,500 ish. We're at almost 70 grand now, which is good. I think our lettuce is worth like 2 grand when we put it into the little market stall. So that should get us over $70,000 before we make our harvester purchase. That doesn't mean, well, who knows? I mean, there's $55,000 harvesters. we'll go take a look and see what the reality of the harvester game is, and we'll figure out how much money we're gonna spend. And I just got a text from Maria down at the store. Apparently, her sister is having a bit of a get-together tonight, and I'm invited, so I guess I can't avoid this anymore. Actually, her text says, you can't avoid this anymore. So I know I've mentioned that Maria keeps trying to hook me up with her sister. Well, it looks like maybe I can't hide anymore. So her sister's got an apartment over by the store, so it looks like we'll be heading over there later. I don't know what I'm going to get myself into, but you know what? Could be nice to just go have a beer or two with some friends. I mean, Lek and Maria will be there, obviously. I hope it's not just a trick, but Lek and Maria will be there, and maybe we'll meet some other people there too, which would be kind of cool. So let's check these bales. There's no way in hell these bales are ready. What do you think? This field's looking pretty good, though, isn't it? I mean, we got to put some stuff in it, but anyways, okay, these are 60%. Yeah, so these are probably an August thing. So when we get to August, we'll have a bunch of more silage that we can deal with. Plus, I think this canola should be ready next month. That's a total guess. I don't know for sure, but it sure looks good. It usually goes from flower to just harvestable, right? That's how it goes, like flowering to harvestable. I don't know what, should I bring something to Maria's sisters tonight? I guess probably got to bring a bottle of wine or something. I don't know, I haven't been out for a while, so maybe I'll bring like a potato salad and a bottle of wine. I'll bring one of them boxes of wine and a potato salad. That should be hospitable of me. All right, so I've got the lettuce sitting right here. So do I have pallet forks here, I wonder? Am I dreaming? I swear I had pallet forks, but maybe I didn't. I must have, because I have pallets. Did I leave? Maybe I left my pallet forks at the store. This is not going to work, is it? Okay. Works for me if it works for you. 2,000 liters of lettuce. Let's go sell this. All right, we're going market stand, and then we're going to the store. I think this old Landini's due for a wash. We should probably wash everything, to be honest with you, but this thing is looking nasty. That's hard work right there for you. All right, this has got to be worth about $2 grand, 2,200 bucks, maybe something like that. Yeah, about $2,200 once you factor in the environmental bonus. Okay, let's not look. Let's just turn around, hope there's no cars, and let's go over and see Lek and Maria and figure out what... I've been putting this off forever. Or actually, I've been not putting this off, but I've been dreading this. These are the bigger money spends. Or these are the more substantial spends, of which they're painful because you know that the more money you spend, the more capacity, the more working speed you're going to get, but the more money you spend. And then there's also the risk of maybe the piece of equipment not working the way you'd want. For example, on what was it, on the one tile challenge, I remember purchasing, I bought a harvester, and then I bought one of those 4-shits, which is definitely what they're for, headers, and I was going like 2 kilometers an hour. So I wonder though, if you put one of those on the actual harvester that it's meant for, will it go faster, or is it just, doomed to go 4 kilometers an hour? I'm just looking around quickly for my... Did I leave pallet forks here? No. Maybe I didn't have any. Anyways, let's shut this off. All right, whatever. We'll leave that on. Let's go talk to the crew here and figure out what's going on. All right, so this looks like it's going to be our best bet right here. This is a beautiful little Massey. I think we're going to spend the extra money for the extra capacity. It's an extra 1,000 liters. It's not a much, but we might as well do it. We'll just go with the smaller fuel tank. I can't see us running out of fuel anytime quickly with this, but yeah, that's what we'll do. So I put the cabin on it. It's funny that an extra 1,000 liters of capacity costs you $3 grand, but an entire cab here costs you 600 bucks. So anyways, yeah, I think that's what we'll end up with, because beyond this, I could spend $55,000 for a New Holland. The 4-shits brand, I guess I could test it and then come back, but I'm not going to do that. They're all in the mid-20s, 30s, but this thing's going to cost me $14,000. All right, brother. Thank you. So we'll get this Massey back to our yard there, and then don't let me forget, I said I was going to pay Walter. I got to pay him. Plus we got to check the real estate market. Lek was telling me that one of those places right over there is where Maria's sister lives. He said, you'll know the one, just show up after 10 o'clock because the party doesn't start until then. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll go drop this down at the field by our house, and then we'll grab the Landini and we'll go rip over to the other yard and grab the header trailer with the header on it. Hopefully this will fit everything we take off the field. I mean, hopefully we get more than 3,500 liters, but it'd be kind of nice if we didn't have to do a lot of trips with running a trailer back and forth. One thing I like about this harvester is it does drive quite quickly. I do regret I had this over on Comlands and then I sold it, And I bought another harvester, which I was really disappointed with. I kind of regret selling this over there. Let's keep this over here for a second. This guy's not going to mind because we're going to have to get the header attached. All right, we'll leave that there. Okay, I'm going to run back over to the store. All right, so I think I'm going to drop this and we're going to switch out for the Fiat. Just in case the barley is heavier than I expected. At least I know that it'll be able to tow. Oh wait, I need that. No, we'll use that trailer. So we're going to drop this, but before I do anything, I got to go online and send Walter that money. All right, so we're now under $100,000 we owe him. We owed him $150 at the beginning. So we're supposed to be paying 10% a minimum of this total every month, but I can't pay just $9,000. I either have to pay 5 or 10. So we'll pay him $10,000 right now. And there you go. We're down to $80,000. I could afford to pay him a little bit more, I guess, but I don't know what else. What else am I going to need money for? Well, I know what I might need money for. Let's go check the real estate market. All right. So as usual, we are going to start with a coin flip to see if we're in an up or down market. Please be a down market. Tails is a down market. Are we in a down market every single month? I think we've been in one every month. All right. Next up, we're going to figure out how many pieces of property we get to spin for. All right, this will be the first time we spin for 4 of them. All right, and as usual, I've got 253 pieces of property on the wheel here. Obviously, we already own some of the properties, and some of them just aren't necessarily going to be for sale. Like the store, for example, if it came up, I don't think Lek and Marie are selling, but we'll spin and see what we get. And if we have to spin again, we will. But let's see what the first one is. 112. What's it going to be? 54. And 162. Sometimes this wheel just feels like it takes forever. 151. All right, so the first field right here, 112, is one of the big ones on the back lane. There's our starting property there. People have been asking me which plot I started with. It's field 105. 112 is right here. It is a $200,000 potato field, so that is not going to be in the works for us today. All right, field 54 is maybe something we can go take a look at. It's right behind this farm. In one of the last episodes, we were running past this farm, sort of realizing that there was a farm there. This is probably, I mean, I don't know why this farm would be selling off some of his land already, but at $33,000, it's not too far from our overall kingdom. But I think it looks like it's a grass field, so we could go check that out. What's the size of that? 1.3 acres and $33,000. All right, the next property is 162, $51,000. It's a cornfield, and I mean, this looks like it's a bit landlocked, unless you can take it. Maybe you can get there from this forest. I don't really know how you get there, but for 50 grand. $51,000. It looks like it's in a bit of an awkward spot for us. There's where we sell our bales. This thing's like wedged in between some other fields and a forest. Well, we may take a jog in there anyways and take a look. I mean, it's already got corn in it. All right, field 151. Yeah, this is a great field here, but I just don't think we're going to have enough money. Let's see how much this is. $199,000. I mean, I would love to have this field. It's a big grass field right now. I'd be all over that. It's in the vicinity of our other operations. It's just a nice big shape. Like this would be a perfect field, actually. Look, it even comes with, at least according to the map, a bit of a forest. Geez, if we could come up with $200,000. The problem is right now, there's not a lot going on. I was talking to David. He doesn't have a lot of contracts for us to do. So it'd be hard for us to drum up $200,000 in the blink of an eye. But anyways, well, we could still go take a look at it and dream. All right, well, I want to go and look at those properties, but let's get this harvest done first. I will dump this trailer down at the yard, I guess, and then we'll come back and grab the header because we got to do everything. There's always a bit of juggling when you're the running the harvester and you're running the cart. It's not like I can start a worker. Oh, I guess I could hire somebody to do the field for us, but you know what? This is our first harvest of our own crops here on the map, other than just grass, obviously. But so I think we're gonna do this one, no doubt. Is this a Massey header? This is the header that goes with this, right? I just noticed the back end felt a little bit light there, so I'm hoping that we have the right header here. I must have checked that. This is going very slow at 5 kilometers an hour, which I find interesting. And I can't remember what this header is, so it's probably the header, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll get through this anyways, and then we'll decide whether this is the header for us, if it's only going to go 5 kilometers an hour. All right, we're going to get the headland done here, and then we'll work our way through the middle. How are we doing for? I don't know if barley is a big yielder or not, but it looks like we're over halfway full, and we're not around one headland yet. At least if I can get to our lot over there, then the pipe will be on that side, so I can unload. Can't really do much unloading when I'm next to a creek here. But yeah, I guess that's good news. That it looks like we'll probably get a couple loads out of this property. I'm really bad at guesstimating how much crop we're gonna pull off of a field. So don't quote me if I'm throwing out guesses. But let's do it like this. But I mean, who knows? Maybe we get 7,000 liters. If I remember correctly, the high price is about $300 per 1,000 liters. So it doesn't give us a ton of money, but it definitely gives us some. A couple grand, I guess, is what it's worth. We need bigger fields, really. Trying to make this easy for myself when it's time to pick up the straw, but I'm getting a little wacky with my direction here. This gives you a little bit better vantage point of this property here as we decide what we want to do with it. Once we get this barley out of the field, it'll be even easier for me to decide, because then I can really picture. I mean, if I need a bit of the field, so let's say we want to put a garden in that's a little bigger than what we have available for space right now. Well, we could do that because we won't have to battle. Won't have to battle or feel bad about placing it over crops. We can basically just commandeer some of the field, or we just expand the field. I don't know. Who knows? Who the hell knows? All right, let's get this thing emptied right now, and so this is a 10,000 liter, a 10 or 12,000 liter trailer, so we should be able to take everything that this field produces before we have to go to the silo, I think. So I'm just gonna back this out of the way. No matter where I put this, it's gonna be in the way anyway, so let's just get it way out of the way. So other than the fact that this thing harvests at such a slow speed, it's a pretty reasonable setup. Or maybe that's a realistic speed. How fast do harvesters go in real life anyways? I guess I'm just used to everything going about 12 to 15 kilometers an hour in the game. That seems like where we're normally at, right? All right, we're getting close to the second fill up here. So I just realized something as I was cruising, and I wonder if this is creating the additional drag, which is why we're going so slow. Or I think I've made a bit of an error here. I didn't realize that this header needs servicing. It's at about 50% health right now, so I'm hopeful that that's not affecting my yield, but I think maybe it is. But I wonder if it's also affecting the speed that I can harvest at. Like, I almost think that I should take the header quickly over to. I set up a little shop on our kind of machine yard there, so I almost wonder if I should take this over and service it quickly. And I think I might once we get this next hopper load, or maybe, you know what I'll do, after this pass, maybe I should just do that. At least then we'll see what the effects are when I get the last bit of this field harvested. Yeah, because this is going very slowly, which is fine, but I just wonder if I'm leaving anything on the table here. Like, could my harvest have been more bountiful if I had serviced that header? I can't remember what the whole ruling is there. Okay, we're at 98%. Let's not run over any crops. Okay, so we're going to do two things here. One, we're going to empty this thing. Now, this thing cruises when when it's not actually harvesting. All right, get the pipe shut down. We're gonna have to put this onto the header trailer. So maybe what I'll do is we'll just tuck this barley off to the side here. I'll grab the header trailer and then we'll take that and service it quickly. No rain in the forecast, so we should be good. Around here where I live, no rain in the forecast usually means it's going to rain. I swear, like, it must be difficult to predict the weather, but can they be that far off? Like the other day we had a forecast where it said it was going to be sunny with no clouds, and we had some of the worst rain. Like, what is it? For real? Can we be that bad? Sorry, meteorologists. Let's go mid-harvest and do something responsible. Normally I wouldn't do this. Normally I'd just push through and keep on going. But we are responsible farmers. Okay, let's go to our yard first. I swear I set up a little shop there, and then we can at least we'll be our own labor, and I mean, if we need any parts, obviously we can still get those from Lek and Maria, but at least we're paying ourselves for the labor. What does anybody know of any other maps that are super detailed like this? Like I find every angle that I look, this map is fantastic. Is there anything else like that right now? That I like that it's not like, I don't know. I just like this style of map. I don't even know how to explain it. I like what I see so far on Judith Plains. That DJ modding is extremely detailed when it comes to everything. All right, maybe I didn't set up I set up a fuel tank. I did not. Oh, I do. No, I did set up a workshop. It's right in this shed. Oh, this is the no wonder. This is the four shits header. That's why I'm going so slow. That's hilarious. I didn't realize that's what I had bought. Yeah, and he painted it for me. So this thing's worth $3,500. I couldn't help but notice that Lek had another header over here. A Massey header, half price, $14,700. This thing weighs 1.7 tons and it's 6 meter working width. So why doesn't it say how much this weighs? Weighs 100 kilograms? Let's just assume that if we decided we wanted to switch out headers, we're going to get almost, I think it said we were going to get almost $4,000 for it. It's a 6 meter working width. But I need a header trailer too, which I think is this one. So for about $15,000 less $3,000 or $4,000 we get, so we'd be spending about $10,000, $11,000. We can get a better header, but we probably have to service it as well. Man, that's hilarious. I was complaining about this header that we had on the one tile challenge, and I have that header here too. I wonder if I just bought the four shits harvester. So I have so basically what I'm running is the exact combination that I was trying to run on Calmlands at the beginning on the one tile challenge, and then it ended up quickly swapping out the header because it was driving me crazy. That's so funny. I had no idea. Anyways, okay, well, whatever. We repaired this, so if anything, we're giving ourselves either more yield or more working speed, and I don't think it's more working speed because we've already been down this road on another map. So maybe after this harvest, we would dump this header and the trailer, and then maybe we hit Lek up and buy that 6 meter Massey header. The harvester's got to be able to handle it. We'll see what the recommended header is, and then as long as it's around the same weight, then we'll know that we're all right. But man, that's so funny. So no, the problem is not the speed problem is not serviceability. It is literally because it's a four shits header. Maybe somebody else is using it and it's working well for them and I'm just missing something. All right, we're two full loads into this harvest so far. Let me see if I can get a third full load out of this, and we'll check back momentarily. Yeah, so we're close to 3 loads, but we didn't quite get there. I don't think we'll get to 3,000 liters here, will we? No, 2,700 liters maybe. If we're lucky, 26 and change. But yeah, this is good. And you know, the canola field's not ready. The other grass field's not ready. David's not looking for a lot of stuff. So basically we can focus on getting this field closed out, really. We have, here, what am I doing? Let's not grab myself. We can pick up the straw. We can probably get, well, we can decide what we're going to do with the field. I.e., will we expand it? Will we leave it as is? You know, what are we going to do? I don't know that we'll do all of that in this this episode here, but we'll see. It's funny, this trailer is a 4Shits trailer too, but I really like this trailer. I guess I have to try the harvesters themselves, because maybe when you put a 4Shits header on a 4Shits harvester, maybe it's faster. At least you hope it's faster. Otherwise, why would you want to use it? I guess really price, maybe? I don't know. All right, well, let's rip this barley over to our silo. We'll dump it in there. We'll dump the we'll dump this trailer back at our yard, and we'll pick up our baler. And then we'll come back here and we'll bale up this straw. Gotta get the, well, I mean, the harvester can just sit over here for now, really. I'd like to get it under cover over at our other yard, but I mean, there's not a lot of room there either right now, so it's not the end of the world. And we will need it for canola, hopefully within a month or so, and that's down this way anyways. I don't think anybody's gonna mess with the harvester parked on our yard, so we should be okay. So it's a Friday here right now. It's a long weekend here in Canada. July 1st, Canada's birthday, Canada Day coming up. Actually, I don't have a lot planned other than just work. We're supposed to get like 50 millimeters or 75 millimeters of rain later today, which if that happens, we can pretty much kiss riding this weekend goodbye, because our track just gets swamped out. Saturday, we're supposed to get a bunch of rain also, so Sunday would be a decent day to ride, but unfortunately, I think it's going to be a little messy. But I still need to. I have a ton of work to do. I have I got to put my little kid's bike back together. Got his suspension all sorted out, so we need to now put it back together, which I've been kind of avoiding, but it needs to be done. I just hope I don't put it together and then have it blow apart while it's on the track because I didn't tighten a bolt enough or tighten something too much or whatever. But we'll figure it out. We've got to torque that stuff to spec, which I have all the torque specs, so that should be good. But yeah, the rainstorm, I'm not looking forward to that tonight. If we typically when we get hard storms, it also knocks our power out, which blows me away that even happens. But we'll see. Okay, we need probably some more round bell net. Is that what's behind me? No, that's the wrap. Looks like I don't have any netting. So let's see how much. Let's get through what we've got. Yeah, because that's seeds over there, right? All right. Well, we'll get through as much as we have right now, and then we'll see how far that takes us. All right, the lines that I made are relatively straight. There's a couple tricky spots here, but I reset the bale counter, so we'll see how many bales we get off here. The baler does not seem to be filling up quickly, so it may take a little bit to get this field done here. But I'm going to go ahead and do that because I want to get this field baled up. Let's look at the calendar here. So we're in July right now. We have so we're in harvest season for barley, and then we have planting season for barley coming up September, October, if not the spring. So we have a choice to make on our barley field here. I'll get to that in a second. That's actually kind of neat. I never noticed that with barley is there's 2 periods to plant, 1 period to harvest. We have canola, obviously, which is going to come out in August, hopefully, and then at that. It's either gonna come out in the second day of this month or in August, and then we'll be in a position where we can replant the canola, which I think we will. I can't see why not. The interesting thing about the barley, and we may want to do this with our other field as well, but we can, this may have like an oat type scenario for us. So what we've been doing with oats in the one tile challenge is we've been planting oats in the spring, harvesting them in midsummer, then planting grass, getting 1 cut out before the winter, and then hopefully getting a growth stage 3 cut in the spring before we have to plant the oats again. Well, it looks like barley is pretty much the same thing, right? Because we could treat it the exact same as oats, and put grass in the field, or literally just put oats or put barley back in the field right away and then just let it sit. To me, that doesn't make sense. It makes more sense that we have that field working for us all the time. So we'll make that decision here shortly. But the barley field may become a grass field and then may become a barley field again. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, so what I'd like to do is at least get this, get all the wheat pulled up here, or the wheat. Get the straw pulled up here, and then just kind of get this field cleaned up. I don't see us making the decision on a garden or field expansion yet. That may be, coming up. I do have to obviously figure that out before I plant the field, because I need to know what I'm planting. Is it more field, less field? What am I doing? We will have to make that decision, but I just don't have to make it in the next few minutes. But what I'd like to do is go for a drive and look at those properties that are for sale right now. Oh, no, get out of the creek. Don't drop a bale into the creek. Yeah, I'd like to go for a drive and just check them out, because there's some interesting ones there. That large grass field is obviously $200,000. That's out of our realm of any immediate possibility. But there was a $30,000 and a $50,000 field. The $50,000 one, I think, is the one that's landlocked. But we'll see. I just want to go take a look and see what kind of opportunities are out there. And then we're going to have to make sure that we're all cleaned up. I probably want to take a nap at some point, and then we'll make sure we're all cleaned up for the old shindig there at Maria's sister's house. I'm going to have to figure out where I can buy a box of wine. I'm sure there's a place here somewhere. And then, I make a mean potato salad, but my little cabin there doesn't really allow for that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just get one of my bowls. We'll go and buy a potato salad and throw it in the bowl, and then I can just pretend that I made it. Hopefully nobody's allergic to potatoes, but the amount of potatoes grown in this area, I can't see that anybody's allergic to it. If anything, it seems like it might be part of like the national dish. All right, we're just about done here. I got 5 bales so far at 5,000 liters each, so about 25,000 liters of straw. Honestly, I don't really know. I'm doing this. I'm like, what am I even doing this for? I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with these bales. I guess I'm just going to sell them. I don't have a use for straw bales. And I don't plan on getting any animals, so I'm not going to need any bedding. I don't have any productions. I'm not getting into that. So yeah, I guess this is in respect to our cash crop lifestyle here. I guess this is part of that, right? Where you basically sell every little bit of output the fields provide. So I think that's it right there. So we'll get rid of this 960 liter bale here. Okay, well. Maybe what we'll do is let's just park the baler off to the side here. We do you know what? We'll take the baler back up to the yard, and then we'll go look at these properties. Yeah, we'll come back and we'll deal with the harvester and these bales afterwards. I think in my drive over here, I may have made a decision on the barley field there and what direction we're going to go. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to square off. Wait, this is over here. I'm going to square the field off, so the space where we took the shed out, I'm just going to expand the field and turn that into additional field. I don't think we're going to do any of the greenhouses or open air gardens or anything like that here. I think we're going to literally just farm and like just, sell the crops, like that kind of thing. I don't think we're going to partner with anybody in town on a business or anything like that. Plus, if we ever had to leave the region, it's a cleaner breakup, so to speak. What am I getting here? Do I need anything here? We just want to go look at these yards. We'll go look at the one behind the farm over here first. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. So, and I do like to me, it makes no sense to just immediately plant barley back into that field we just harvested and then have it just sit there dormant. For the period of time until we get to harvest again. It 100% makes sense to me that we can put grass in there, let the grass grow, get a good chunky harvest off of that, and then make some silage and then put barley back into it in the spring. We could put oats into it if we wanted, whatever we want to do. But I think that sort of alternating makes sense. It definitely requires more work because you're always doing something in the field. Wait, did I go the right way? But yeah, anyways, I'm up for the challenge. I mean, this is what it's all about, right? We're here to work. Okay, I see just over the hill that farm. I don't know why I never noticed that. We always just come cruising through here. and never really look around. But yeah, anyway, so that's a good plan for that. So really what that means is we've got to get that field. So I have a direct drill, so I think I can put grass in like direct. I think we got to take the farmer's road here, isn't it? This field is kind of weird because it's right behind this barn. But yeah, I've got direct drill, and then I think maybe we want to throw down some slurry or some fertilizer or some manure or something over top of the seeds. And then perhaps, I don't think we have a grass roller, but this might be a good time to invest in a grass roller. So we get that set up. It's a nice little farm back here. I know one of you guys has this as your farm. Somebody mentioned that you've said you've seen my cow farm. I really like this. This is nice. All right, here's the field for sale. So this is field 54. David's got all this friggin' property. So field 54 is $33,000. Yeah, so this field here, we could, well, first of all, we get a 10% rebate on it, so it's only like 30 grand. I mean, it goes right to the riverbank. Oh, the road curves around here. We're not cutting trees down or anything on this land. It's just is what it is. So this field here could be a grass field until the spring, in which time we could put oats or barley into this one and keep flipping this field also. I just think it's a decent size field, and it's a decent price at 30 grand. It's located in a good enough spot. Yeah, I kind of like this. I would make a move on this field, I think. We'd have to check to see. I mean, there's grass in it right now. We'd have to get the field data and figure out whether or not we have to fertilize it or whatever. Oh, I think right across, actually. Is this the big grass field? That's 152. I think 151 is the one for sale, so it should be right beside it, maybe. David again, by the way. Okay, so it's Katie selling this field. So this field actually makes even more sense to me. So no, wait, this field does not make more sense to me. This is the $200,000 field that I wanted to just look at to humor ourselves. The only thing that I find intriguing about this field is the fact that you could deforest it and then expand it. So I don't think you're going to get $200,000 worth of trees out of there, but you're definitely going to get, $30,000 worth of trees out of there. So if it's a $200,000 field, we're down market right now, so that's a $20,000 off, so it's a $180,000 field. If we could, find $20,000 or $30,000 worth of trees out of here, yeah, those big trees are worth 20 grand each. So let's say there's $40,000 in there. Now you're $140,000. I only have 40,000, so we'd have to come up with 100, so that ain't happening. I mean, I could ask Lek, maybe he could loan us the money, but this field here, we could mow it immediately. I wonder if Lek would loan us the money. But man, if we go into debt to him and I got to pay Walter, I don't know. This one's a bit of a stretch. If it was $150,000 instead of 200, and then we could kind of work the math backwards, maybe I could sort of justify that, but no. Let's go look at that $50,000 lot that's kind of landlocked. Actually, man, I think we can just drive right through Katie's field over here. It's grass, so we're not destroying anything. We've done enough work for her, so she knows who we are. Because right on the other side there is sort of how we're going to try to access that landlocked field. Okay, well, the $30,000 field is definitely an option. I kind of wish this bigger field was an option, but unfortunately right now it's not. Oop. Look at all that grass just ready to go. We'd pull so many bales off of that. That's the thing too. We just made about $5,000 or $6,000 off a handful of bales. Like there's probably $20,000 to $25,000 worth of bales there. $40,000 worth of trees. That's $65,000. We only got to pay 180, so it's like 120 grand. Yeah, let's stop talking about that. All right, well, if I can slide right down here without hurting anything, which I think I can, we should be able to get to that field. Ideally, I need like a little ATV or something to get through here. So this field that was like 50 grand. This one's 50 grand, I think, right? It's got corn in it right now. We don't have a corn header, and corn is by no means ready to harvest. Yeah, this is the field here. Katie again. $51,000. Katie must have, how big is this field? 2 acres. Also a good sized field, but not very accessible. I don't really understand what the plan is if you had to get in here. You almost have to be able to own one of these woodlots back here so you can get to your field. Oh, is this a road? There's a road here. Okay, that's how you get to your field. Okay, it is accessible. Yeah, so that, I mean, that's a fair size field. You do have to make your way kind of through town. No, it's not too bad. I mean, we'd have relatively easy access, and then anything we pulled off here that was a crop, we could then go and dump it into our silo, which is pretty close. But it's $50,000. This is $20,000 more than that grass field that's already there. I don't know. I guess this may be a little bit too far. There's not a huge upside to this. Well, I guess those were the 3 that we wanted to look at. So, I mean, we have an entire month here. It's July right now. So these properties, provided nobody purchases them, should be on the market for this month. I feel like I'm going to buy something. I just don't know. I think it might be that $30,000 lot. And then we'll just have to take a good look at sort of the grass health and figure out whether or not we we need to do any work there to get the field good. All right, well, I think what I'm going to do right now is go and take care of those bales. Let's get those out of the field. So we'll get the bale trailer. I hate using the Z-door to tow that trailer around because it's so, or the Landini, sorry, but it's because it's so slow. But I think we're going to do that. Maybe we'll just get those. Straw can't fluctuate too much, I don't think. We may just get those bales sold right away. Then we'll get the harvester out of there. I don't know what to do about the header. I mean, when you look at our canola field is not very big. So we could essentially use that 4-shits header for that field and not worry too bad. Like, it's not going to be too painful for us. But I think we got to get rid of that header. We haven't been able to do any harvesting contracts because we haven't had a harvester, but I think at some point we're probably going to see farmers looking for us to help with their harvests. So if I had a better header that would get us through the fields faster, then we could start picking up some of their contracts too. The best contracts are the ones that you just kind of get in there, you're one and done, like a mowing contract, for example. You just get in there, you mow, and you're out of there. Harvesting, you got to harvest it. You got to empty your harvester. You got to then deliver the material. It's not as efficient, maybe. All right, let's just jam this in here. Yeah, I think I can connect this trailer with the weight on. Because if I can, I will. Because then it'll be. These are 5,000. Yeah, they're 5,000 liter bales now. So they're actually bigger bales than the silage bales, I think. So it might make it harder for us to pick 2 of them up. I guess I also have to think about what I'm going to put in this corner field here. But if I'm going to run the same strategy as, you know what I'll do? Actually, I think so. We're gonna take canola out of this little field here shortly. I think what we'll do in this big field here is we'll put canola in this field also. So that way, this will be like canola corner. And then the other fields will flip. We'll do the grass oat or grass barley flip. That might be good for us. And then that just keeps us busy. I don't know that we want to get into the corn or anything like that. It just requires a new header, and I don't know. Maybe we'll just stick to this kind of stuff. So I'm looking at land, but on the other hand, I guess I could look at just paying off Walter. I mean, what do we owe him now? 80 grand? Be nice to get him paid off so that way, if for whatever reason we needed to move, we could. Oh yeah, this weight really helps. All right, well, these should fit without issue, and then we'll go get them sold. So let me get this loaded up in a drama-free load, which is maybe about to change here. Once you go up a row. Yeah, look at that. Things start to get a little funky. There we go. You just got to work at it. There we go, one more. As I back right into the spike. Take my eye out. There's no eye patch accessory, is there? So I will check the listings and the extra weight of the weight is not going to help us when we're trying to transport these things, but at least it helped us when we were loading them. All right, so our old buddy Derek is where we're going to sell these things, and yeah, we're going to make $1,000. Whatever, it's $1,000. Pulling up these hills are a little difficult, but anyways, at least we'll make it. It ain't going to be pretty. Yeah, this hill's going to be a little long. I'm looking at the time here, so 1:30 in the afternoon. I think we actually have enough time. If I get these bales sold, then we'll probably go drop the Landini and this trailer back at the yard. We'll grab the Fiat and the planter, the seeder, sorry, and I think we can probably slam some grass into the ground before we need to be over at before we need enough time, obviously, to get cleaned up and then get over to Maria's sister's. So that I think that's the plan, actually. That's good, because then really we get the grass in at the earliest possible time, which, I mean, we'll start to see germination, I guess, in the month of August, September, October. Yeah, for sure. We'll get one full harvest off that grass, I think, and then maybe a little bit. All right, we seem to manage to make it in here without any issue again, which is nice. The second I take these straps off, I'm afraid they're all gonna just go everywhere. So let's just get ourselves into a good spot here. Okay, that works. About $1,200, almost $1,300. Let's just get ourselves connected here. So of course we have a plan, and now David calls. David's got a field he needs mowed. He has another field he needs fertilized. So I just told him, I said, man, honestly, I got to get grass in my field here. I got to get. And then I've got to get myself cleaned up. I can't show up to, first of all, I got to make I got to quote unquote make some potato salad. I need to go to the store. I got to get myself cleaned up. I got to get the grass in the field here. So he did say, all good, man. Even if you can't do it today, if you can do it tomorrow. So it sounds like we got a little bit of work we're going to be able to do, which is good. The nice thing about that is, I don't know what to do. I'm on the fence. For sure, I think we're going to buy that field, the $30,000 one. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I don't know, maybe not. I should probably just buy it, shouldn't I? And then I can stop thinking about it. There, field 54, 1.37 acres for $33,000. So we should get back, it was 10%, right? 10% market, yeah, 10%. Oh, I think earlier when I was, 10% market. So I should get $3,337 back. And there's the rebate. Okay, that's good news. All right, well, that was good. The more, if I just sat there and continuously thought about it, I never would have done anything. I would have just thought about it, and we would have just passed up on the opportunity to buy that field. So I feel good about that. We got that done. So there's another thing I'll be able to look at. We'll get the field data for it, and once I got the field data for it, we'll know what we got to do to get that to give that grass the best chance at life. I left this on. That's good. Not like fuel is cheap or anything. Yeah, I figure if I just tuck this out of the way here, nobody will bother it. We got our four shits header. The name is so perfect. Which I'm sure I'm saying it wrong anyways, but whatever. It's more fun to say it that way. Mostly because I'm just a big kid. Okay, so back this up, drop it. Oh, I just realized something else we need to do. I'm gonna run and get the cultivator. Gotta get this. I gotta get this field squared off. All right, so basically we are going to just take this across here, square this off, and be done with it. The garden would be nice, and I know it would make money and everything, but I'll just do this. Do I have to refield this hail damage? I can't remember. I like the idea of leaving a bit of a lot here, but we may steal a little more ground for this field also. Leave a slightly smaller parking lot. Yeah, we'll just steal a little bit more from this end over here. I don't want to get too close to the driveway though. Yeah, okay, this is good. I'm glad we did this because then at least we're putting grass into everywhere we possibly could. That leaves us a bit of a driveway. Yeah, okay, that works. All right, well, we're slowly collecting things down here, so let me just dump this. We'll hook up to that cedar. We'll get that done. That still should leave us enough time to get to the store. I mean, we don't have to be at Maria's sister until 10, but honestly, I'd like to be able to take a nap, too. Just take a bit of a rest, you know? Who knows what kind of a night we're in for. I don't know what these Polish house parties are like. Lek was telling me there's a buddy of his will be DJing there, which I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay, for $800 I can buy the updated data. Yeah, I should, because we have this extra section here now. This is the very first field that we made in this series. We had to clear quite a bit of this land in order to be able to put the field in. If you remember, there was a bunch of trees. It was pretty scrubby. It wasn't anything like there wasn't any great trees, but we did have to cut down quite a bit. So it's kind of cool that we're now, you know, we've harvested it. Now we've now expanded it, and now we're, you know, planting our next round here. Things are coming full circle. I think things are doing pretty well for us here in Poland. A couple things on the radar. So I have my buddy over in France, the Palanier region, still bugging me to come over there. He's always looking for help on his farm, but I'm like, man, honestly, I've got obligations here. I have you know, a fair network of people that look for my services to help them here already. They pay me quite a bit, so I don't know what I would actually make if I went over to help my buddy in France, even though, you know, you're sort of just doing it for, you know, to be helpful, not necessarily to, you know, strictly for the money. But I mean, let's be honest, money makes everything go around, right? So it's kind of hard for me to find the time to get over there and help them, but I think at some point we should probably jump over and give them a hand. So that's one thing on the radar. We've talked now about the property that we bought, so we got to get that thing. Well, for sure, we got to get the soil data, and we got to see if we need to put some fertilizer down in that. Next month will be canola harvest and canola planting. I think, right? You can plant it right away. Is that what I remember reading? I think so. So we'll get those fields turned over really quickly. The one that we harvest and the one that we're going to plant. Our social life is about to improve. Or not. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, okay. So we're definitely getting fertilized here. You can see the mini map turning orange down there. It's quite patchy. So we probably, once we get into the next month, should come in here and spray. I mean, we could put down manure or something right now, but we have all that liquid fertilizer, and we have a good sprayer. So if we just came in and sprayed it, then that'll probably really help us. All right, we're cruising along pretty smooth here. I mean, the mini map looks like a bit of a dog's breakfast down there, and yeah, I mean, we're somewhat of a consistent orange, but we're getting some green, some patchiness. I don't know. I gotta look at and check to make sure that everything's been planted evenly and I haven't missed a corner somewhere. Also, I think for sure I should invest in a grass roller, especially if we're going to be doing this grass strategy. Yeah, I definitely should have all the right tools. Yeah, I'm going to get this brought back over to the other yard. It's 3 o'clock now. I got to get to the store because I think the store's closed at 4 o'clock. And then I'm going to try to grab some sleep, have a shower, get ready, and then we'll probably walk over to Maria. So let me plug away here, get some of that stuff done, and then we'll go hit the party. All right, guys, 10 o'clock. I'm just about to head over to the party at Maria's sister's. But yeah, it's funny. Lek just texted me. He's like, "Yeah, go have a look at my inventory and don't kill me when you see me. I owe you a beer." Late today, he managed to bring in this Kloss harvester here. So while it's 20 grand more than what we bought, It's substantially discounted. Ours was used. Ours was brand new. Obviously, this is used with almost 34 hours on it. Yeah, this possibly would have been what I would have went with. We're going to talk over the next day or so to see if maybe there's something we can do, something creative we can do to make a bit of a swap. But yeah, that's, he's like, don't kill me, man, please. So that being said, I cleaned myself up. I threw on a sweater and got rid of my mud boots, and I got my other boots on. So we're going to go get into I got the tractor here. We're just going to go take this. I just want to get this cultivator put away, and we'll go park this. Oh shoot, actually, yeah, whatever. Okay. Cause basically what I want to do is I want to go park this over at the other yard, and then we'll just walk over to Maria's sister's, because I guarantee I'm going to have a few drinks, a few adult beverages, and I do not want to get caught driving my tractor after a few of those, if you know what I'm saying. And then, yeah, we'll go see what kind of party this is. So I'm clean, but this tractor is not clean. I got to spend some time in the morning maybe and get all this stuff clean before we get going. So my guess is what's going to happen is we'll go over to the party. I'll probably head in and we'll end this there. And then what I think is going to happen is I'll probably then go through, well, we'll see. I may just finish off July myself. I'll take care of David's contracts. Perhaps even go so far as to get a grass roller. This was on the other side. If I get a grass roller and I can roll not only the grass field that we just put in, but I think I could probably roll the grass field that's right over here, where the silage bales are parked right now. If I could do that, then it'll give those grass fields a fighting chance at a bountiful survival. So I may do that, and then when we're back together again in the next episode. Oh, and then I'll probably also sort something out with David there, or with Lek on like a harvester solution, whether we stick with the harvester or get the header or what. So we'll figure all that stuff out, and then when we get in the next episode, it'll probably include some canola harvesting, and I think we can plant canola right away too. Plus, we'll have the field data for our grass field. I'll cut my flashlight. We'll have the field data for our grass field also, so we can see what we want to do there. Hopefully, I make a bunch of money between when I see you guys, or when I go and when I see you guys next. Yeah, this field, I could probably roll this field actually, but yeah, there's still lots to do here in Szpakowo. How am I gonna know which one? They just said it's in the apartment complex over here, but how am I gonna know which one's Maria's sister's place? Oh, I might have just figured it out. Let's see if we can cut through here. Yeah, let's see if you can guess which one it is. This lady's still sitting here. Oh no, it's a dude now. What's going on, brother? Alright, maybe we can jump the fence. Yeah, anyone want to take a guess? Just out here throwing axes in the dark? Yeah, look, if it's dark, this dude is literally throwing axes in the dark. Anyways, yeah, can you guess which one the party is at? I can hear Lex DJ going already. Man, I think all right, this should be some fun. So anyways, I'm gonna leave this there, guys, and we'll see where this night takes us. And anyways, we'll get together in the next one here. All right, so thanks, guys. Take it easy. Bye.